Welcome to Monday, May 5th, 2025. Your day weather podcast is brought to you by ConverseCountyTourism.com. Feel the energy of Converse County. Explore Douglas's railroad heritage, Ayers Natural Bridge, and the Jackalope legend. Glen Rock boasts scenic trails, dinosaur history, and small town charm. Plan your visit at ConverseCountyTourism.com. Well, unsettled weather is going to be the rule of thumb really all week across the Intermountain West and the Western High Plains. As you can see, a view from the upper low in California over the weekend. So that low has been producing showers and thunderstorms along and west of the divide over the weekend. And as we saw yesterday, the thunderstorms got a little bit further east. That slow moving upper low is now off the west coast and is in the desert southwest. The wobble we talked about last week, which was where's the upper low when they get cut off? Where is the wobble going to favor the best rain? Well, it's going to be the southern areas, the big winners, Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma. You're going to get some really good rain, especially eastern Colorado, into western areas of Kansas, into the panhandles, the northern and eastern portions of New Mexico, even down into Arizona, got some rain over the weekend. You're going to do best. Now, there's going to be rain elsewhere, but the concentration of the deepest, best, and needed precipitation will favor the southern areas. The higher elevations will get some snow out of this, especially the higher foothills and mountains of Colorado on the east-facing slopes where the upslope will be. There'll be snow in the mountains of Montana and Wyoming as well. We're also going to be looking at a sneak peek into Mother's Day weekend after what's going to be a cooler, unsettled week. Now, you might detect a theme here in the photos with the next slide. California, Wyoming. Great weather photos can happen on horseback. I love it. Fair weather clouds over the weekend along and east of the divide. Just not enough moisture and instability to eke out thunderstorms like we saw there in California earlier. But we do see mid and high level clouds on the increase, making for some beautiful photos all across the region. From the plains of eastern Wyoming, like you saw there near Albin, to Driggs, Idaho, and still a lot of snow on the Tetons, and a little more snow coming. Into central Colorado, there's an example of the showers and thunderstorms ahead of that California low yesterday. So as the clouds thicken and increase, as upslope begins to form, we'll continue to see these areas of showers and thunderstorms become more commonplace today, tomorrow, and into the weekend. You can see there over the Lander area, nice buildup of clouds. You can see the rain shafts there forming along the east side of the Wind River Mountains. And getting caught in the rain yesterday, group of elk, pretty big downpour. They're all grouping together saying, hey, what's going on? But they know very well that that nice downpour is going to lead to nice green grass here later on. Beautiful photos of crab trees have been out or coming out. It depends on your elevation and where you are. Your crab trees have maybe already gone through their cycle, but you get above 6,000 feet, they're just now getting out and reaching their peak across portions of the Intermountain West. The satellite photo this morning shows that upper level low here in the southwest United States near the Grand Canyon, moisture getting drawn into it. We have this other little piece of upper level energy up here that's kind of complicating matters a little bit. There's the cutoff low that made for the muddy track at the Derby. So the lows here are going to be working together in unison. And when we take a look at the water vapor, you can see the circulation really better of both of those systems. So where we are going to be by early this morning is that low there south of the Grand Canyon, that other upper level low along the U.S.-Canadian border. It's going to get pinched off here in the days ahead. So this is where we are this morning. This is where we're going to be Tuesday morning near Albuquerque. And you can notice that the low that was up here gets entrained and brought into the upper level low this way as it gets cut off. And this little feature right here is kind of upsetting the balance of the upper level low a little bit, and that's what's drawing it a little bit further south than what it looked like late last week. And that's why the southern areas are going to get the best focus of the upslope and the best precipitation. So this is tomorrow, and this is by Wednesday in southwest Kansas. So it takes a good 3 days to move through the region. If you follow the wind barbs, the counterclockwise rotation is going to bring upslope into the region. The upslope will draw moisture westward to the areas on the high plains. But notice that the low goes from those red colors to more brown colors. It basically reaches its peak strength today, then slowly weakens. And that is another reason why the deeper precipitation is going to be closer to the low. If we take a look at the national blend of models, we're getting a different blend of different results from what different model suite you look at. But I think this kind of represents the better rain well. So you can see the brighter colors, the better precipitation goes right up the front range. In the northeast New Mexico areas are right here. Very, very beneficial rains. There's also going to be a nice patch of rain up here and mountain snows as that upper level low slides southwest to meet the other low. And we get a little bit of frontal system and moisture overriding the front, get some overrunning up there. And then, of course, the driest areas along and east of 25 are going to get rain, but are going to be bridesmaids once again. And you can go further east and you can see the drier air and where the upslope doesn't make nearly much of a difference. Look at the rain here in Arizona and Utah. So needed rain for those areas as well. So it's mixed results with this upper level low for sure. There's the snow. Notice the snow altitude is very high, but the highest mountains are going to get some late spring snows as well. Here's your sneak peek into Mother's Day weekend. The low is gone by late next week, but I think all the way up through Friday, the opportunity for showers and thunderstorms out on the plains and east of the divide will be with us. Then we get into southwest low for the weekend. So you know what that means, a warm up. So Mother's Day weekend is going to be warm. We don't have a Mother's Day weekend storm. Well, the Pacific Northwest, British Columbia will, but what we're going to likely see is southwest winds pulling in warmer air. Now, this is not necessarily a dry forecast for Mother's Day weekend because of the entrainment of moisture and instability because of this upper level low approaching and the warmth that will be kind of like what we saw yesterday. So that is going to lead to weekend thunderstorms. So the weekend, Mother's Day weekend, will bring a warm up, as you can see here with the temperature anomalies by Saturday and into Sunday, warming up quite nicely in most areas. But you're going to get afternoon and evening thunderstorm activity, especially on Mother's Day. So as you're planning your Mother's Day activities, take advantage of the good weather that'll happen in the early part of the day. Next system that comes in, there will be another upper level low arriving early to mid next week. We'll see if that gets cut off, what it's going to do. But there will be another opportunity next week for another low pressure system moving through the west. Have yourself a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.